All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Royce Memorial One Pocket Event Day 2. This is Blake Kamian back in the booth here with DFW Pool TV. We are going to have Robert Clark and Gus Briseno playing for the hot seat here. So, big congratulations to both of these players. Great tournament for them. While I have an opportunity, I'd like to go ahead and say a quick thank you to all of our sponsors. One of our main sponsors, of course, we've got OBQs for the Royce Memorial. We've got Fort Worth Billiard Superstore. They've been wonderful in providing us with the opportunity to bring you this stream here. We have Outsville with the AccuRacks. We have unveiled, and we're going to be using some custom 6th annual Royce Memorial Tournament 9-ball AccuRacks for our weekend event. Of course, shout out to Doc with Doc Billiards Office. Dallas 8-ball. Doc is the man running the event this weekend. He's running all 4 tournaments, coordinating everything, timing wise. Always doing his best and producing some great events for players all around the Dallas and Texas region. Digital Pool, thank you to Isaac for organizing and preparing such a great tournament organization tool. Cavalli Pizza, Granite Guys, John Eagle Honda, Staggs Plumbing, Eric and Becky Smith, INT Creative Products. Thank you very much to all of our sponsors. You are a big part of what helps us be able to provide the tournaments to all of these players. And of course, thank you to all of the tournament players attending. We have a very big community here, and we've got a lot of players that get involved with a lot of the different events. Sticks and Stones, thank you very much for hosting the Royce Memorial. This has been a great couple days so far, and we're looking forward to seeing some really strong pool coming through this weekend. So the guys are going to be getting ready to get this match underway. I think they're both just doing a little bit more preparation. We will be back as soon as they get ready. So just going to take a quick little break here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get this underway. Again, this is Blake Kamyab in the booth here at the Royce Memorial Tournament, 6th annual. At Sticks and Stones, we got Robert Clark playing Gus Briseno. We're going to get this match started. Scott, I imagine you are talking about the Mosconi Cup, a really unfortunate situation. Um, I know that they've been fighting tooth and nail, but things just haven't been going their way. And after yesterday's unfortunate situation with rules and the clock, things got pretty shaky. No, no, Scott, we're not going to have the banks on the TV table. We can't quite. I'm not sure we can get the first couple rounds in. Maybe we can get the final table going here. That would be kind of cool too, but we're not sure. The guys have just lagged, and they're trying to check to see who's closer. I think they might see if they can get Doc. So Ivan, right now we have a total of 5 players left. Unfortunately, one of the members of the 5th, 6th round could not make it. Daniel Herring has moved through to the 3-4 round. He is waiting on the winner of Paul Villanueva and Roman Beta. So we are going to see what happens. I know that Gus is a very, very strong player out of Arizona area. That's why I'm familiar with him. But I know that he's been traveling around playing too. So Gus definitely a strong player here. This is going to be a good matchup between these two. So looks like they're going to call the tournament director. And they brought Daniel Herring in to see if he can get a good gauge on which ball is closer. Yeah, even Daniel's having trouble. This is pretty close. Yeah, Daniel suggesting, which may be the right choice here, only because this is so minute. It may be better for them to just relag. Yeah, I think it is a good idea here. Even from my perspective, Miguel, you're saying the 10 got it? Yeah, neither of these guys want to let this go. They know the significance of this. Well, all right, they've agreed to relag. Oh, another great lag from both of these guys. Robert ends up taking it here. A little bit of an underhit from Gus, but it's time to get this party started. So Robert to break first. And I did mention this yesterday. I'm not too. I'm not too adept in this game of one pocket. I'm still pretty new. So if if y'all in the chat would like to get involved in the conversation, I would gladly welcome it and appreciate it. I can get educated, and we can have a little bit of back and forth while this match is going on here. All right, so Robert to break here. Cue ball actually slips off the fifth ball. It's not often I see it doing that, but Robert breaking. Yeah, I gotta tell you, Ivan. Robert's been playing some pretty strong one pocket lately. Past couple months, he's been able to do some serious damage in the game. Um, let's see here. So, Gus to shoot here. So I, from what I have learned, banking the seven back to his pocket and potentially moving the cue ball to the left side of the pack seems like a possibility. He could also just bank the seven toward his pocket and just stick the cue ball between the 2 and the 12. Let's see what he opts for here. So it's jacked up. Okay, so he's doing this at a little bit of an angle. Maybe he draws the ball back to where his hip is. I don't know if there's a spot to move the rack or move the balls towards his pocket. Whoa. Holy smokes. All right. So Gus able to jack up and cross bank that ball. Got a little tight there. Got a little close on that on that shot. That cue ball flirting with the pocket a little bit. But from here, Gus can hit the 3 and have the cue ball move down to the bottom of the table here, just sitting it on the bottom rail. I killed the cue ball a little bit. I think he may have been just as surprised as I am. That cue ball didn't move down as much as I thought it would. Robert with an opportunity here to make the 4 and try to create a little bit of position. I don't know if he shoots this and runs back into the 9 or just runs under the rack. So we tried to draw it out around the 15, see if he could take the 15 and figure it out from there. But from here, Robert can probably chip the edge of the 13. Oh, he's going to play the 15. Move the 5 into his quadrant of the table and leave Gus on the right side of the pack here. So Robert making 1 and then repositioning a ball. So Gus could clip the edge of the 12 and come around the left side of that 5, maybe leaving it over there. Or he could just clip the 12 and get down to that middle diamond on the bottom rail as well. At this point, there's not a lot of run-out potential. Neither player has a lot of balls in position to be able to target a run-out or target a multi-point run here. So let's see how Gus repositions these. So Gus attempting to put the cue ball in the stack there. He unfortunately ends up bringing the cue ball back into the pack, and Robert has a chance to move that 10 to his pocket. Very aggressive on that shot there. I'm not sure how the cost benefit worked out for him, but I don't think the 2 goes past the 12, and Gus, I don't think he can cut the other stripe in either. So Robert playing really aggressive for that cut, but getting a fortunate position here. So Gus going to have to try to see if he can find a way to cover. Yeah, Miguel, I think Robert knew as soon as he hit it. You could tell by his reaction that he kind of swung a little bit loose at that. I know he wanted to pocket and then try to find some more position here, but Gus playing to stick the cue ball to the 9. So the 2 and that stripe under it, I think it's the 10. Those 2 are kind of tied up here, so he can leave that cue ball just behind the pack after banking this ball. So opting to move the cue ball up table, repositions the 15 closer to his pocket. I think the 3 is just in the way of that 12, so... Yeah, I understand. I understand more now why the position's there, Miguel. I think that was a critical shot to double him up on that, and then force Gus to either shoot the high risk combo or to duck behind that 15. So Gus looking to kick at the back of the 15, move it toward his pocket, see if he can hide inside of that 8-5. So fouling, Gus is paying his debt here. So Gus at 0 now. But leaving the cue ball in a good place, stuck behind those balls. Yeah, I have to agree, Miguel. It was definitely worth the foul to leave the ball there and not allow Robert any opportunity. Robert looking to hit that 12. So he gets to move the 12 toward his pocket, take that ball away from Gus, and position Gus in a place where Gus has to find a way out. I think Gus just shoots at the 5. He can shoot at the 5, maybe force the 8 out with the 5 and leave the cue ball back there. Oh, correction. Gus can use the 2 to see if he can slide under the 5 here. So Gus tucking in back there. Good shot here. Robert having to find a way to the other side of the pack again. He could potentially feather the 12 and see if it could come across and get into the pack, but he may want to stay on that right side rail and not allow the 10 to become an option. So instead of that, he uses the 7 and he tucks behind the 10. Great shot here. Does leave the bank on the 1, but big question is it worth it? Ducking behind the 10 might be a stronger shot just because there's no major advantage to having this one ball go down right now. It could kind of, I guess I would kind of consider it a decently aggressive shot. Maybe he could get the cue ball out above the 3 if he fires the bank on the 1 there. Okay, so between the 10 and the rail, right? Yeah, I think I have to agree on this one, Miguel. I think maybe unless there is some sort of better position for that cue ball, Gus looking at leaving the cue ball up there, potentially doubling up, putting the cue ball behind the 13, so there's no straightforward shot for the 12 and the 8. A really strong position here. So Gus opting to kick, seeing if he can get the contact on the 12. Even if he doesn't, again, this still is a position where it's considerably worth it to have fouled, leaving Robert in the pocket here. No matter what, still forcing him to have to negotiate the situation from a very odd spot on the table. Now, I don't know if it's worth it here to try to play the 2 and the 10 and push them out of the pocket. Or maybe trying to edge the 5 and hiding the cue ball on the right side of the table. Oh, he might straight bank the 5 away and have it try to bank it back towards the side of the table while leaving the cue ball on Gus's side over here on the rail. So similar shot. Robert opting to use the 15 instead of the 5. I see. Okay, so because he's in a bad position, it's hard to keep the cue ball in a safe place if he has to fire at the 210. That makes sense. So at this point, Gus could either bank the 12 back and hide behind the 5-8, or I don't know what he's measuring. He might be measuring to fire the 8 and see if he can combo the 210. I'm curious to see how aggressive he wants to play this. I like the idea of maybe, like you're saying, Miguel, maybe just touching the 12 and hiding behind the 8 or the 5. Or he kicks at the back of the 8. Oh, he did. He tried to fire the bank on the 8 to see if he could do that. So, in doing that shot, Gus has repositioned 3 balls. He's moved the 10 closer to the pocket, opened up the 2, banked the 8 toward his side of the table, and moved the 12 away from Robert's pocket as well. Let's see. So, Robert now. I wonder if he just taps the 10 and leaves the cue ball in the pocket, or he just pushes the 10 toward the 2 here. Okay, Robert opting to push the 10 toward the 2. I'm curious to see how aggressive Gus decides to get here. The cut on the 8 may be available, but the cue ball goes so wild that if he jaws it, he may sell out. Very true, very true. That when Robert played Daniel in the first round yesterday, that was definitely the deciding factor with players with the firepower to run out and make balls. Just that one opening was the biggest thing, and Robert took advantage of those openings a lot. So yeah, Gus looking at this cut here. Probably wants to cut this and see if he can get between the 5-12. If he can get above the table, he can find the 6-1, 6 or 1. I was going to say the 3, but I think the 1 covers the 3 for his hole. So Gus ends up overcutting that ball. I think over. Forgive me, I was watching the path of the cue ball, but still leaving Robert far side of the table. At this point, Robert can just punch that 8 away from the pocket, potentially banking that away and getting the 1 away from the pocket as well. So Robert, yeah, just punching that 8 ball and killing the cue ball. No problem, Nick. This is the hot seat match. So at this point, Miguel, is the bank on the 3 an option here? I don't see it. Oh, the bank on the 10. I see. Okay. Oh, there it is. So Gus with the bank on the 10 here. Question is, does Gus have the lane for that 9 ball there? Great bank. Checking to see if he got the position for this 9 ball. If not, Gus could always just bank the 9 toward his pocket and stick the cue ball to the 14. Looks like he's going to try to send the 12 away. Oh, you know what? That actually makes sense. If he fires the 12, it might move the 2 toward his pocket, and the 12 runs away from Robert's pocket as well. Oh, Thanks for the correction, Miguel. Perfect. There we go. Oh, Gus squeaking that 9 ball in past that. Holding the cue ball really well for that, too. So now, from here, Gus should be able to potentially manufacture a couple of shots. 6 and the 3 go, so he can just get above that, shooting this 2 ball, and then he might be able to find the cut angle for the 5 as well. It is a race regardless. That's right, Miguel. This got a little bit interesting, though. I think the cue ball went a little bit too high for the cut on the 5. I'm not sure, though. We have to see if he can potentially swerve this 5 in. No, he's aiming at the 14, so he probably rolls the 14 to the rail and sticks the cue ball behind the 11-7 or on the bottom rail. Yeah, he decides to find the back of the 11 here. Doesn't get glued onto it as much as he wanted to. He is gonna spot his ball here. Gonna do a quick double check here. I got 3, 6, 9, 12, and Gus is at 2, Roberts at 1. Perfect. All right, we're good on the score here. Okay, so hitting the 12 may have been a mistake. I see what you mean positionally, Miguel. It may have been better for him to get between or above that so he could get that 6. So Robert opting to play the 2 rail. Moving the 12 back toward a similar position as it was before, but leaving a potential cut here for that 5. So Gus actually shot this exact shot a little while ago on the 8 and overcut it a little bit. So Sal's out the 5. Gus getting positioned back for that 14. Now Gus can actually shoot this 14 and potentially bump the 11, opening up the 7 ball. That 7 ball seems to be the major obstruction, but no matter what, that 7-11 needs to be taken care of a little bit there. Just a little bit of a nudge, and he can open that up for the 2 as well. Gus getting the nudge. Not only does he get the nudge, he repositions the 11 to a great place as well. So decision here is whether to shoot the 11 or the 7. Only because the 7 obstructs the 2. Yeah, he can position himself for the 7 from the 11 ball here. So doesn't want to get too hot here. Ooh, just saves it. All right, yeah, from here, getting his last 3, he's got an opportunity. So driving through the 7 ball, getting around, trying to get up for that 6 ball. A little bit short on that. Is it beneficial for him to cut this 6? I know the 15's there as a backboard so the cue ball doesn't run away. Can he pull this cue ball off the 15 under that 13-12? It seemed like it, right, Scott? He actually drove that so hard that the cue ball just popped right off of that 7. So he does hit it. He does hit that cut. He does hit it to hold behind those 2 balls. Plays it a little bit more as a smart 2-way. Unfortunately, the 6 leaks out and is available for Robert to actually shoot away. Robert doesn't have to worry about the 3 ball. The 15 covers that bank, so Robert can actually think more about repositioning a ball here. Looks like he wants to cross bank the 2. Ooh, gets a little too hot. Gets above that 3 there. Anywhere above that was trouble. Gus with his last 2 available. Can he drop the deuce? And he drops the dice. All right, Gus. Last 2 available here. There's 1. And there's 2. All right, so Gus taking the first rack. It is now Gus to break here in the second. Miguel, that makes a lot more sense. I was wondering what Crops was about here. Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick check to see what's going on. My main scoreboard is not running the way I want it to. Clint, this is the hot seat match. So these guys are duking it out to see who gets to go to the show. Come on, Miguel, you got to give him a break. He's taking a little breather. Just dropping in between his practice sessions. So I do apologize, guys. While I get this figured out for digital pool, I'm going to actually add a second scoreboard. So the top one is going to be for the, let me see if I can get this right. Oh, I got to fix this a different way. I'm going to get one board. Whoa, and while I was getting this done, Gus unfortunately ends up scratching on the break here. Big opportunity for Robert. There we go. So Gus broke from the right side of the screen. His pocket's on the left here. Yeah, he's looking at that 7-6. That's right, Miguel. So if he hits the 7-6 with at not with massive speed, but just rolls this, cue ball can go between the 13, 11 and hide him behind that 9 over there. Okay, so repositioning that 6 ball and using the pack to protect it here. Gus measuring to see if he can kick at the back of that ball and move it away from Robert's pocket. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he's going to try to gear this with a bunch of left spin. Unless the natural kick is there, but I feel like he needs to help it a little bit just to get that 6 to bank away back either toward the pack or up table. Yeah, so he's looking at that kick spot right there. Let's see how he hits this. Yeah, gives it some pace, gets the hit. So he hits that 6 out really well. Unfortunately, with the double kiss, I think he left the bank on the 9 available for Robert. Because either way, even if Robert doesn't make it, Robert can roll that 9 to his pocket and use that top cluster to hide and protect that 9 ball. Twisting that 9 ball back beautifully and making it. Okay, so at this point, there's no straightforward ball available here, but Robert could potentially shoot that 2. Play the combo for the 2 and float it. At least leave it in the pocket, if not near it. I'm trying to see if there's any benefit for him playing that 11-10. I don't see too much here. I think the 4-2 is probably the best bet. So no matter what, as long as he hits this good, the 2 stays on the bottom rail here. Might be whipping this a little bit. Yep. Gave it some extra juice trying to come back. So he plays the combo while also playing to cover it, too. 2's in a good spot again. So Robert making sure to maintain one good chess piece. One strong chess piece. And every time he uses one, he's actually replacing it with another on his next shot. All right, everybody. I would like to go ahead and welcome Mr. Matt Wilson into the booth.
Yeah, thank
Matt,
you very much.
Welcome back to the show here.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here.
So right now, I don't have the score up on the stream. Unfortunately, I don't know what's going on with Digital Pool, but Gus won the first rack, 8-1. He got into a pretty strong position and shot a couple of pretty good shots to get himself that run out. So
And this is the match for the rocking chair, right?
that's right. This is the one where the winner can take a nap. So, so we got Gus is shooting to the left pocket, Robert shooting to the right pocket, and Robert just played the 2 and covered it. Gus probably looking to bank the 13 at the 2 and move both away from Robert's pocket. He could tuck the cue ball on the 7 as well here. He just fires straight forward.
How do you like this shot?
Wow.
Cover it up with the 13.
So that was a fantastic shot from Gus there. Robert going to have to figure out where he wants to position this cue ball. The best bet might be to get the cue ball to somehow hang out on that first diamond below that right side pocket.
Yeah, I think you got to go up table. I mean,
Yeah, either that or just leave him next to the chalk up there in that top rail.
it looks like there are 2 or 3 places over there you can get that are safe, right? One from the bottom stack. Oh, he's just gonna
He's going to take the foul here.
take the foul.
So he takes the foul. Very beneficial here for Robert to not overwork this. So he takes the foul, but he leaves Gus in an interesting situation, stuck on that 13.
I would expect to see Gus move the 13 towards his hole and put the stack in between him and the cue ball.
You think it's going to be? You think maybe he shoots downward into the rail or
No,
up away
upward.
to the top
I was
table?
thinking upward. Yeah, I don't know.
I think either way he can. I agree with you. I think he just shoots it up table. You don't like that part of the game, Scott? I mean, I understand it's an odd part of the game, but at the same time, if you look at chess, sacrificing a piece.
That's the
to
really
maintain
heady
position.
strategy part of the
Yeah.
game. Like when you start doing that, you're really playing the game.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, I understand the whole gunslinger concept, and I understand the whole play to run out concept, but in situations like this, in a game like this, like Matt said, this is where the cranial part of this game comes into play. So, oh, you like the idea of intentional foul being ball in hand in the kitchen?
Oh, that would cut down on intentional fouling real quick.
That would change the game dramatically. Yeah.
I don't know if I like that idea.
It might take away from the purpose of this game.
You know, I'm looking at this angle that he's got on this 13. It's going to be hard to get the cue ball to the top of the middle of the top rail. You know, he's going to want to. I think it's going to want to come to this top. You know, it's going to want to leave him a shot on the 5. That ball will leak over there.
Maybe, yeah. I think because that cue ball, the way the tangent line kicks off that 13, it comes off decently sharp. It hits below the side pocket. It might bend toward that middle diamond and free up that 2 ball.
Or what about, you know what? He might come back in here and just kick into the bottom rail to kick the right-hand side of the, you know, basically right back where he is on the 13 ball. And, you know, send the cue ball over on the side rail, block, still protecting his deuce.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so play the kick, focusing more on the cue ball getting to the rail.
Maybe
on the
that's
right side.
He needs to leave the cue ball in line with the first diamond after the middle pocket, Miguel says.
First diamond after. So you're talking about above the middle pocket, right? I think
he
I
wants
see
to
what he's
leave him.
saying.
Yeah, right there where the
Okay.
4 stacks up in line with the 2, basically. I don't know if you can get him there with this angle. You have to, you know, I don't know. What is that toy?
Well, we're gonna find out. Let's see.
Once again, this is Matt Wilson and Blake Comby. I'm coming at you live from Sticks and Stones Billiards out here in Louisville. While the players are on a break, we want to take the time to thank all of our sponsors. Staggs Plumbing.
There's a combination right here, Matt. Come on over. We got OB, of course. We've got Fort Worth Billiards. We got Outsville, AccuRax. We've got Doc with Doc's Billiards Office, Dallas 8 Ball, Digital Pool, Cavalli Pizza.
Cavalli's really good. I've had it.
We've got Granite Guys. We've got John Eagle Honda, Staggs Plumbing. Eric and Becky Smith and INT Creative Products. Thank you very much to all of our sponsors. And of course, thank you to Sticks and Stones for hosting. Yeah, I think these gentlemen did go on a break. So we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to get some. I'm parched. I'll be right back. All right. We are back. Looks like Gus tried to push the 13 toward his hole and stick to the bottom rail there. Robert opting to kick out of that, or kick that ball away there. So Robert leaving Gus on the bottom rail here.
I see these balls going up table.
Yeah, we're
He's
getting
looking at the two-railer on the 8, I think.
2 rails on the 8. Let's see what else there is. He also, you know what? No, the bank on the 13 is not very. Doesn't seem
You
to be
just
very
have to
beneficial.
hold it both ways, going and coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a little too much work in the ball. So I see what you mean. Playing that 2 rail on the 8, no matter what, at least moving it back to his side of the table seems beneficial.
And we got one of them at -1 if you wanted to. I believe it's Robert because he took that foul. Or you had him credited at a ball, but they got a penny in front of the pocket.
Let's see. There was another foul there? Okay.
No, but, I mean, there was at some point, I guess.
Okay.
And he left.
Yeah,
He
good
left to
catch
look at the
there.
2, so he wanted to cover the 2 up. He might have covered the left side of it.
Penny looks like it actually belongs to Gus. Robert's pocket is at the bottom right.
Okay, there you go.
There we go. Perfect.
Robert's going to shoot at his hole here. He's going to pocket the 4 ball.
Oops. Plan to cut the 4. Oh, but he does sell out that 10 ball.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So that's definitely trouble there.
He just kind of got down on that ball real quick and hit it. And now Gus is going to be looking to get position and take a couple more balls off here. I think he's got a line where he can
Yeah, he can
just
make the
draw
10 here.
over to the 13.
I gotta fix that. Hold on.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, he should just be stunning over just a tad, I think. Oh, that's
There it
a much
is.
better shot. Now he
The
made it
8.
where the 8 goes and the 11 both go in his hole. Look for him to get at least 2 or 3 more.
Let's see.
I wonder if he draws into the 7 in an attempt to. No, okay. And then back around for the 8 ball. Probably the 11 first.
Yeah, should the 2 come out of rail? Either way, looking to get off that rail there. So
He's overrun it a little bit. Does the 9 go?
I don't know if the 9 goes. If it does, he could kick the 4 out, but unfortunately, he overran the 11-8, and he also underran the 11. That 9's just in the way there.
Mm-hmm. Fortunately for him, he can still see the 4 ball. A lot of times when you're playing to run balls in one pocket and the cue ball doesn't do what you intended to do, you somehow end up stacking yourself over your opponent's ball in their pocket. So this way, he's still.
Oh,
What a shot.
wow.
That's an incredible shot. He got him with the inside of the pocket, and wow.
Great shot from Gus there. So Gus paying his debt here.
There's a steal. I'd be so scared to hit that
then
shot.
we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 13. So Gus is now at 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 13. Yep. Let's see. Oh,
He
playing
caught
the
a double
three-railer.
kiss.
A three-rail shot on the one ball, but unfortunately, I think the one does go in that bottom right corner pocket.
The one?
There's
Past
one.
the 6?
I think it goes past that in this bottom right corner pocket.
Oh, well, Gus is the
Oh,
bottom
Gus
left.
is left. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah, Robert caught a kiss on that one ball. He wasn't trying to three-rail it. He double kissed it. He was trying to just bank it to his
Just think
side,
to
I
his
think.
side.
Yeah.
Okay, and it cooked a little too much.
Mhm.
Yeah. This is actually, I mean, this is not too problematic of a shot. The cut on the 9 is still available, but he could run this cue ball forward and just use the pack to protect.
Think with me out loud here. Why would you not roll the 6 toward your hole and just kind of
Maybe leave the cue ball on the right side rail
yeah,
there.
maybe between the side pocket and that third diamond over there. I guess maybe you're leaving cross banks on the 11 and the 8.
Yeah, and if you overhit it, the 4 is just gone there. I think he likes hitting more full on the ball and knowing where it's going to end up.
Well, and maybe he can still have everything covered up by shooting this shot if he misses. You know,
Yeah.
I don't expect the cue ball to do too much.
Because either way, if he shoots this, he protects that 7 ball. Right? Even if it doesn't go. But he makes it.
Yeah, double extensions might not get it done.
Okay, Gus can hit the edge of the 9 here and hide behind this 4 ball. Oh, opting to bank the 9 instead.
Yeah, that moves one towards his hole and that he can protect.
So
He comes real close to selling out the 4, though.
yeah, he leaves an interesting situation here. We got a little bit of everything today. We got the Moscone Cup with us.
We'll get to the score on the college football games here in a little bit.
Looks like Sky survived his singles match.
Let's see if we can get the overall score. Tell it to the fans.
Probably going to be 10-6 here for Europe in favor.
Mm. And Robert's going to shoot this 2 ball toward his hole. Oh, the combo. Wow, that's clever. I like that. And now you got to figure Gus. This is the shot where Gus will tuck in behind the 4 ball.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
think
this doesn't even really matter where the 11 goes. It's going to be on your side of the table.
that's true, because that hit to get that cue ball behind that 4 is going to be a pretty full hit here. So
Yeah.
roll that cue ball to the rail and have it just come right behind the 4.
Now he's looking. I think he might be looking at banking this ball because he knows he can stay on the right-hand side of the table and not give up the 4, I guess.
I think Gus is feeling pretty good right now. If he's going to be swinging for shots like this, he's feeling pretty confident here.
I think he is going to bank it. I would.
Yep. He twists that bank back, and the 9 just gets in the way here.
Yeah, but he played the cue ball real well.
Yeah.
And I don't think Robert can see the 11 or the 9. It's going to make.
No, I agree with you. I think what he does here is he actually banks the 2 toward the bottom middle diamond and sticks the cue ball to the 14-15. It's just not worth it for him to swing away at that 4 yet. Or 5, or I don't remember which one's which on these racks anymore.
I get it. You could leave him distance up table, chip the 1 and leave him right where he's standing up table.
Oh, he's going to play the 15 off the 12?
Yeah, he's going aggressive here.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe this is just the time to do it. Wow.
It's a great shot, and he's going to get paid off.
He reads that beautifully. gets himself in a very strong position here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is another situation where he gets rewarded for the
Wow.
aggressive
Wow.
choice here.
What a great shot.
And from here, I'm not sure what the angle is. I think he actually ends up drawing above the 2 ball on this shot.
That's a
Yep,
good call, Blake.
gets there.
And he'll use the 4 ball to get back in line after this, right?
Yeah, he could. He doesn't have to worry about fighting for position yet. Oh, he hits that too good. Wow. And from here, he could actually play to move a ball and cover.
Oh yeah, but he's not thinking move a ball and cover. I see what you're talking about, but he's going to shoot the 3 and continue to. He's looking to run 8. He got a
Oh,
good
with some
kiss,
help.
a good kiss, and a bad roll all at the same time. It's going to leave him a very manageable combo, though.
Yeah, he's tight on that first ball, but it's almost helpful to know exactly what part of that ball he's going to hit. So let's see how this goes here.
I believe Robert's got 4.
Is it 4 now? Okay. Yeah, you're right.
And
It
now
is 4. That's
5.
5 now. So he yanks this above everything. Nope.
Just come over
uses
for the
9 ball.
9. And now I would expect him to go into that strike ball up table, or
Yeah, just to set himself up for either the
he
106.
could go a little 3-railer. Yeah, he's gonna. Looks like he's putting inside on it, which is interesting. That's actually the most simple way to get up there. I like that.
Now I don't think the 12 passes the 1 here.
That was my next question. Now we.
Yeah, he's counting to see how many he needs.
He's gonna go. Dang it! I need 1 more.
Yeah, looking. Yeah, he's going to fire that
The
12 in.
goes if he's lining up.
Yeah, he's lining that up pretty confidently. Oh, you know what? He actually missed that 12 in the opposite direction that I thought he would.
Yeah, he overcut it. Did he miss it to the side?
He misses the side.
Yeah, that's overcutting it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So he overcut that into the side rail. I thought that the 1 would be in the way for that.
Yeah.
So looks like we are taking a breather here.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I want to take a breather too.
Yeah, we're going to take a
We'll
quick
be
break
right
here.
back.
We'll be right back. ladies and gentlemen, after a quick break, we are back. Gus shooting now, shooting the 11 to probably come around table and try to find his way back up for his next ball. Or maybe he draws back for the 6 here. Let's see. Gus trying to punch that ball, see if he can get it to jam in while he comes away and gets himself up for the 5, but unfortunately doesn't get far enough back here, so Robert can get under the 11 and kick it away. Nathan, you think that he did jump a little bit on that? I wasn't really sure, but unfortunately just missed that pocket on that Robert. But nice shot from Robert pushing the ball away. So Robert in a position here at 7-3 where he can actually start to do what Brian was mentioning yesterday, which is he can start focusing on moving the balls up table, forcing Gus to try to create some position. Gus looking at this one ball here, looking to reverse bank this, looks like. I think this is a potential option, just because he could double up the 6-11. Yeah, he was looking at that. Plays it the way he wanted to, but unfortunately cue ball runs out a little bit too much, so he didn't get to double up the 6-11. Robert's got an opportunity here to just cut that 11 through. He could roll this through with table speed, and he might be able to even use the 6 as cover for the 11. Oh, looking at the bank on this one ball instead. Okay. Banks the 1, swings that cue ball away. Yeah, I don't know if Robert's feeling a little antsy about trying to get this rack finished or what, but that was decently aggressive, and percentage-wise, it didn't make too much sense. Unfortunately, it may have been a little bit of a desperation move in the moment. So, okay, Gus looking at the 6 ball, banking the 6 toward his pocket. He might be able to leave the cue ball stuck to that 12 there.
Aren't you going to give up a shot at the 11 if you don't make the 6?
Yeah, or you know what? He swings hard at this and puts the cue ball on the left side of the table.
You can fire it. I kind of don't think he's going to fire this ball.
He did look for the back of the 11. Yeah, I think he's daring Robert to shoot these. Yeah. Gus getting what he wants. He's behind. He wants to get all these balls into play. And
I get it. You're going to have to fade a couple of these shots when you need all of them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You got to kind of give a carrot out there. And, you know, if he misses this ball's down table.
Oof. Robert with a little bit of
a little body English.
A little body on that. So gets that last ball. They're now all square at 1-1 here. So both players have had their serves broken. Gus won Robert's break, and Robert won Gus's break. So Robert to rack here. Let's see. I'm going to do a quick update for the score here. But I still am having a little bit of trouble with the scoreboard interface. I do apologize. All right, Robert to break here. Robert opting for that left pocket. 14 ball trickling away a little more than he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But he did get the cover on the 7, so he's got a ball in powerful position.
I think that kind of makes Gus have to shoot this ball.
Yes. I think that does put him in an interesting position.
I mean, because if Gus kicks the 7 out and doesn't roll the cue ball up behind the stack, he's going to leave a cross bank on this ball.
That's true. So Gus has to use that 14, move it away from his pocket to see if he can get under that 7 there.
I think you fire it in the hole.
Oh yeah, just fire the cut. Maybe you know
Yeah.
what he is firing to throw that ball in there.
Yeah, yeah.
So
He's made him do this. And
wow.
he thinned it so thin that
He-
he's going to get away with it. Oh, no, he's going to leave a combo, the 15-7.
I mean, talk about paper thin right there, though.
Yeah, with the pace he put on that for that ball to barely move.
All right, so Robert in an interesting position here. The 11-6 is just as viable of a combo as the looks like the 12-7 there. That stripe right there next to the 6, but let's see which one he opts for here.
Yeah, I believe he's shooting the 12-7
Yeah.
combo. And
Oh, wow. Oh.
well, that is
Jeez.
talk about getting a good roll and a bad roll all at the same time, right? I guess that's neutral.
So Robert putting his ball in a very strong position here. He might actually force Gus to just concede that ball to him, because if Gus does that, Gus might be able to hide that cue ball behind the point like he did that other time.
Yep, and that's the shot. He was looking to see if there was something in the stack that, offered a better result, but this is such a touchy little shot just off the ball.
Look at that. I mean, this is the second time in a
I
row
want
he's
no part of
executed
these
that.
guys. These guys play this game very well. These shots are incredible.
That was very,
I mean,
very
think
nice
about
shot.
what happens if the 15's not there and he puts him in this spot,
Yeah.
I mean, good
Yeah.
Lord. And he's already in just one heck of a tough spot. Now, I think you're going to see him bank this 15 toward his hole and leave distance up there in the top right-hand corner of the table.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's looking at that 15 ball there. Yeah, prioritizing cue ball position, but still playing that bank to move that 15 to his hole.
Yeah, and it drifted further off to the left side of the table than he would have liked. That's going to provide Gus a pretty generally easy angle to. Now he's just looking to see where he wants to come. I wouldn't be surprised to see him try to come into the 4 ball and get shape on the 8, unless the 4 ball goes. Does the 4 ball go?
I don't think so. I think the 8 covers it.
Right.
But no matter what, I agree. I think he takes this point to start. Wow, you know what? Oh, does he get himself positioned on that 12? Ooh. Cue ball ran out of gas, but he is on that 4 there.
I got to say that this 4 ball might. No, it doesn't go. But you could still just knock it over there by your hole and duck behind the 12, or bank the 15 toward your hole and get behind the 12. I kind of like the 15 thing better.
Yeah, either way, at least just moving the ball to your side of the table.
Yeah, but you want to protect it. I mean,
Yeah, that 12's there for good protection. He could even play this pretty straight up to hit the top of the 12 with the 15 and just have the cue ball come back into the stack as well. Maybe just hit directly at that 6, but
you talking about banking it into the top of the 12?
yeah,
Yeah,
so
okay,
15
yeah.
at the top of the 12 and then the cue ball, yeah.
And he's looking at banking the 15 in his
Yeah.
hole.
I think you're spot on with that call there. He cross banks the 15, cue ball hits the 12 and hides.
Or you just throw 2 tips outside on it, go 3 rails, and leave him up in the top left-hand corner. Pretty much covered. I like that, too.
Just get all the way up there, yeah.
Man, that's why this game is so stinking interesting to me right now. There's so many different ways to do it, And who's to say what's better? I mean, I'm sure there is a best option, but
I think you're right. I think there's few better options. I think that's the way to explain it, but there
Right.
are there.
and
Okay.
he shot your shot.
So he
where-
banks it, but he does hit the 12 a little bit too square.
Yeah.
He wanted to graze the top of it and let
Mhm.
it run toward his pocket a little more, because right now that ball's not protected.
Yeah, Robert's going to be looking across this end
Yeah.
with some twist.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be twisting it in.
This is going to be a very, very interesting shot here. How are we looking in the Moscone?
Oh, Shane Van Boning is up 3-2 right now, I believe. My screen's a little fuzzy.
But Josh has initiative at the table, yeah?
Yeah, it's not looking real good overall for us, I don't think.
We're, we're in a little bit of trouble right now, but
And he spun this ball.
nice shot.
And that's why it's really hard. He can only really get to the cue ball with top, right? Like
Mhm.
the bottom of the cue ball was covered up. For me, when I'm trying to twist a ball and I can only hit it with top to do it, it doesn't take as much spin, right?
Mhm.
And he twisted that ball so much that it hit the bottom end rail far left diamond and went in. You know what I
And
mean?
still
Like
went
he
in,
over
yeah.
twisted it. It's just it's a really, really good shot. I'm gonna have to ask him how he does that. Like, show me how to twist with top.
And of course he'll say no.
Yeah, well, he won't just turn me over to the right path instantly. I'll have to persuade him.
All right, so Robert now looking to take a couple points here. Now, just for confirmation, I think the score is 3-1. 3, 6, 9, 11. Plus 4 is 50. Yep. Okay.
I think Roberts.
I think he pushes the 9 toward his pocket and just
Well, and that's the
covers.
first shot I saw. I think he was looking into the stack to see if there were really any nifty places he could put him kind of in there and still advance the ball to his side. But this is still a good shot. Pretty easy to escape, but he'll just chip this and go to the bottom rail.
Yeah, it doesn't need to do more than that.
I don't imagine him trying to get behind the 9. Like, trying to get over there behind the 9 doesn't really do much when you don't have balls in front of your hole.
Oh, right into the pack there.
That's fine.
Paul and Roman are still playing. I'm not sure what the score is, but I know they are still playing. All right, Robert feathering the 4 and leaving the cue ball on top of Gus's pocket here. All right, Miguel. Give us a little bit. We'll get a score update for you.
Yeah, I'm getting it right now. Right back into the side of the stack. This is one of my least favorite places to play from. It seems like that you always get there against good players. They put you on the stack, under the stack, on the balls, frozen, restricted.
Yeah, they know how to do it. That's for sure.
I gotta think I don't think you can see the one railer. Oh, I can.
Oh wow, he pushes that
Down toward his hole.
Yep. So he protects the 4 ball.
Mm-hmm.
Gus looking to see if the cut on the 2's there, the 5-2 or the cut on the 1 or the 5-2 combo.
The score's 2-0 in Paul and Roman's match. I don't have a confirmation as who the 2 is and who the O is.
Okay, yeah, Miguel, you're seeing if he's reading the 2 off the 12 there. Okay.
And yes, Miguel, it is 2-0 Roman. Seems pretty risky to play the combo, carom, whatever, for the 2 in the corner. What's wrong with just banking the nose? He's going to play it. He thinks it goes.
Yeah, he's reading that. Ooh. So there was a little bit of trouble with that. And that, oh, wow.
So what he did, dude, when he shot that shot, he did it to freeze the cue ball onto a ball right there on the stack. and a ball 3-railed in there and touched it back out.
Brutal.
I mean, that's such a good shot. If you can, I didn't even think about the ability to make, fire at the 2 and still play the cue ball so well. And Robert seems to really be rushing things. Not Italian, not French.
Russia.
He's going fast. I don't know if he's pumped up. I'm sure the.
I think he may have kind of jumped a little bit when the opportunity presented itself, but unfortunately letting that go there.
Yeah, and this is ungood for Robert. Yeah, Gus is disgusted that they don't lay a little better, but I still look for him to get. He can get on the. He can get on the 15. He could get on the 14. He could make the 8 and come into the 5 and be on the 1 ball.
Miguel's shooting you some props. So, okay, the cut here on the 8, risky. The 312 is not wired.
Is he looking to see if he can hit this ball and spin Whitey down to the end rail with a bunch of inside?
Oh, just wow!
Well,
to just beat that.
He just laid his cue out there in an angle that I don't understand.
I think you're right. Yeah, look at him. He's queuing up with a heavy inside here for that
He's
cut.
going for the 13.
He bends it between the 15-13. Yeah, Miguel's saying inside English on the 8 ball here.
Well, I mean, if Miguel's saying it.
Yeah. He's been calling him good.
No, he's co-signing everything. We appreciate it. He's got a lot of knowledge in the game.
Oh, hits that too thick. He hit that way too thick. So I think when he was trying to gear it as hard as he did, he may have unintentionally swerved the cue ball at the 8 and lost the cue ball. So it's the gospel. So curious to see how Robert goes about this here. I mean, he's decently covered right now.
Does the 3 ball go?
Off the 12, maybe?
No, I mean
just in general?
Just clean.
I don't know. He just sucks. Oh, Miguel. Oh, Robert going for the cut and hanging the 9 ball. Oh, and giving up the 8 here.
And he took his time on that one. I thought he was going to make the ball. Oh.
Yeah, I actually thought he had that one too.
Mm-hmm. This is going to turn Gus loose. I think Gus has got to kind of draw it in between the 11, 13. But once that's accomplished, I guess you could come 1 rail right back into the 5 ball. But that seems kind of risky.
Let's see.
You want to draw it.
Yeah, he's cueing this with a decent amount of bottom right here, I think.
Yeah, he's going to kick a little field goal through those stripes. I don't think he's got enough room to hit the end rail and get underneath the 13. Yeah.
Wow. So he finds that slot. It actually would have been a bonus if he knocked that 9 in too, but either way,
of course,
he was able to pocket that and come through.
He got a little unlucky here to fall slightly straight and on the rail. I think he has enough angle and certainly enough stroke to force follow to the side rail and maybe back into the 10-12 for a shot on the 11. And he just missed the ball.
Ooh.
He was trying to get above the 5 and the 1 with the force follow. And, you know, yeah, I guess Robert has the 11-9 combo.
$11-9. Oh, okay. Kind of swing at it.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know.
because now that the 9's in the pocket, you can see the 4-2's not wired to it.
Mm-hmm. But goodness, what does he have after that? You know, he's make the 11 and the 9, and then make the 11. Like, you're gonna have to bust into the stack at some point and produce another shot. He might have been trying to do it right there, and he may just hold this ball and bank the 13. He's looking to see if it goes now. It looks like he likes it enough to shoot it. He's checking his ball count, which we think is correct. Or, no, we're one off. He's got, of course, he's got 2 more now, so he's got 5.
There we go. So we've got 5-2 here.
And see, this is, like what I was talking about earlier when you're trying to run out and you miss a shot and your opponent has one in front of their hole. It never ceases to amaze me how many times you stack yourself right that ball right in your way, Like if he didn't have shape, that's fine. If he can dig the 13 out. But with this, now this is the type of shots your opponents put you in these places. You know? And I find myself putting myself in these places on accident. It's very frustrating. I don't know what to do here. I think you just shoot the 5 into the very far right-hand side of the 13 and try to maybe bank it toward your hole, and then just leave Whitey right there. Use the stack for protection. I think that's what he's going to do. Oh, he went underneath it.
Banks it away. Okay, so we are now at, 5-2. Gus to shoot. So I would just bank that 10. Bank that 10 across.
He's looking at where he wants to bank this 10 ball. If he wants to go into the 13, maybe even below the 4 and the deuce. I would think it involves rolling your cue ball back into the stack for protection.
Yeah, I mean he could just leave the cue ball on that rail as well.
Yeah, that might leave some cross banks though. On the 12 and the 13. Heck, even the 1.
Okay, so maybe the only risk of him banking it and trying to stick to the stack is maybe coming back a little bit too far. Curious to see how he does this. Let's see.
It looks like he's kicking at it. I can't get these angles when you look at it. It's just,
It's a little tricky to see,
yeah,
I agree, yeah.
This works really well, though. It does leave a cross bank on the 1 and a potential to, just roll through, shoot through the 1 while banking it toward your hole to cover. Get down to the end rail if you miss.
Maybe get behind the 2 or down to the end rail, yeah. It's either that or he could actually just punch the 10 and try to stick the cue ball to the 3. The only problem is he may not move that 2 away, actually. That's not a very beneficial multi-dimensional shot there. So let's see how he does on the 1. Oh, he rolls through on the 1 and gets position on the 2. Great call, Matt. Great shot from Robert there. Let's take a look here. I mean, he shoots this. He might automatically move that 13 away.
Yeah, I don't. I moved my mic. I don't. I don't know if he'd shoot this hard enough to move the 13 too far. If you do that, you run the risk of going above, stacking yourself on the 12-4.
Yeah.
But you're right. He did. He hit it.
Oh, he used it as a backboard.
Yep.
What a shot.
Yep.
Okay.
And now, what exactly, the 311 or 310 or whatever it is, they don't always going to bank it. Okay.
They don't matter. Game.
Oh, that's
8-2.
game ball?
That was game ball.
Oh, goodness.
So from down 0-1, Robert gets up 2-1 now. Great shooting from Robert here. That rack was a little bit confusing, though. Both players played a couple of pretty wild shots. There were a couple of balls that hung up as well, so that rack definitely was a bit different than the usual stuff we were seeing. But of course, this is the hot seat match. You never know what can happen here. Both these players with a lot of firepower. So
that's right.
Score is updated. I think they are taking a quick break. We're going to take a break as well. We'll be right back. Thank you for joining us.
They're not taking a break.
Or is it just getting a drink?
Yeah, I think he's just getting a drink.
Oh.
I'm going to will them not to take a break. Will it not to happen.
Strongly convince them.
I'm going to will it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we're going to proceed to the fourth rack. Current game count is at 2-1 to Robert. Um, we do apologize. We are still trying to figure out the digital pool interface, but we will get that taken care of in just a minute. So Robert makes a ball here. This is off of Gus's break. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think Gus actually lost the ball on this break here. Robert with a chance to run a couple balls. And gets himself a little tight on that 2 ball. I think he wanted to get the bump on the 5, so he had the space to shoot that 2 in. But still in an advantageous position. Jimmy, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Okay, so from this point, yeah, I think Robert plays. He moves the 7 away, or he kicks at the back of it. I feel like moving the 7 away and sticking the cue ball to the bottom rail, at least that'll help avoid the selling out the bank on the 3 there.
You better get it right to the bottom rail, or you're going to leave that bank on that 3. Yeah, kick behind it this way. Oh, no, you might leave a bank on the 7 doing this.
So he plays a feather this.
Oh, I see.
Actually plays this stay is pretty strong here. The 7 blocks the bank on the 3.
Yeah, that's what he did there. That's the way to not. Very smart.
Oh, Jimmy, there's a lot of space here if you want to come watch. We're going to be here running this one pocket. And the banks is starting today as well.
And an 8-ball tonight. And, oh, yeah, we need to tell everybody. Tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your cousins. We're going to have a surprise Calcutta. Not really a surprise. It was posted yesterday. But the Calcutta is going to be this evening tonight for the 8-ball tournament at 6 or 6:30. 6:30, I believe.
That's right.
Come on out and get you a horse. There's going to be tons of good players in that 8-ball. I know y'all have seen the player field. Come on out and get you a 750.
All right, Gus going to play to get inside of the 7 here. Just bank the 3 back and stick to the 7, looks like. Wow, pushing the stack towards the side of the table as well. Great shot from Gus here.
Rearrange the furniture.
That's right. So
now what do you do here? You just ticky off the 7 and get under the 2?
yeah, I would, because the 7's banking back. I feel
he's going to
like
kick the 2s. The 2s.
I didn't realize the 2s.
He's
I
gonna
didn't
kick
realize
the
he had
twos.
enough space to do this. That works. I mean, again, this is one of those situations where Gus could bank the 3 back toward the 7, or he could touch the edge of the 3 and get under the 7 as well. You just run that cue ball back, or off that right rail into the bottom of the 7 there, so. I feel like that's a good option only because if he just hits the 7 away, he moves it away from his pocket, and he wants that thing to stay an asset for him.
Of course, yeah. I think banking the 3, you probably just said this. I was not paying attention.
No problem.
And then covering it up with the stack, right?
Oh,
Up there by the side pocket.
Yeah, bank the 3. Oh, he hits this to intentionally move the 9 away as well. Great shot from Gus here.
Mm-hmm.
So covering his 7, covering his 3, covering the 12. Gus keeping his weapons in front of his pocket here.
I mean, there's only one rail that offers Robert safety out there. I mean, I guess you could go to the head rail, but
so I don't know if it's a very heavy or it's too much risk here, but I'm considering looking at the 14, potentially stunning at the 14 and gluing the cue ball to the 4. Robert opting to use the 9 ball. Maybe cross-banking the 9 and putting the cue ball on the top left table. Or
yeah,
top left
he's banking
corner.
it toward his hole.
Oh, he is banking it in his hole. What a shot from Robert here.
So
Robert's up 2-1 in the race.
you think, yeah, I mean, huh?
So from here,
Just be shooting a 6 ball and trying to drift in Oh, okay.
I think he punches the 7 away using the 3 or the 15. I don't know. It looks like he's queuing at the 15 maybe. Oh, 3 ball. There we go.
Wow. He hit that one pretty well.
Leaves the cue ball in a great position here. Gus has the bank back. He can take the ball away from Robert, and then Gus can also leave the cue ball up top, on the top of the table here. Let's see how he moves this. So with a little bit of swerve and throw, he gets himself in a great spot, leaving the cue ball all the way up table.
I think Robert can see. There's
Robert-
a little keyhole. He can get to the 3.
Yeah, he might move the 3 away. Yes, Miguel. So it's 2-1 to Robert now.
And Robert's going to shoot the 6 ball. Try to stun it in behind the 3, I think.
Yeah, I think that's automatic. I think you're right. Shoot the 6. Cue ball hits the rail and sits next to the 3, or bumps the 3 toward his pocket a little bit.
He doesn't really like it. Yeah, he's not going. He's going to dig the 3.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh, finds the back of the stack again. Great shot. Let me see here if this thing will work, and it won't. Why is this not working? Darn. Okay. There we go. So Gus shooting.
Yeah, he's going to bank this toward his hole for sure.
Throws this, wants it to slow down. Okay. All right. Runs out of gas at the right time here. He's pump faking. Robert can bank this 5 out. Yep. Hiding behind that. Wanted to get to a better spot here.
Yeah, he
Sold
left
out the bank.
Left the bank and I expect him to shoot it, and I mean he's looking to draw back on the 1 when he shoots it, and maybe get position on the 5 or even.
You think he draws out or shoots through?
Well, I think the safe shot is to shoot through, right?
Mm.
That shot leaves you less potential shape, and he's going to shoot through. At first, I thought he was looking to draw out.
Oh, he might hit the 4 here.
Yeah, he's trying for
Yeah.
the stack, I think.
Wow.
He did play it to draw it.
Oh, he finds the back of the 15 and plays that great.
Yep. See, now I'm scared of saying stupid stuff. I was going to say that. I was going to say draw it right up and through those balls. I swear. Nobody will believe me. Miguel, do you believe me? I just thought it was too aggressive.
That was probably the only thing, but if you notice, he played that well enough so the stack on the game there. He covered Robert's hole.
None of those 3 balls go in
No,
Robert's hole?
None of those go. So he found that spot beautifully.
Yeah. He'll draw back for this, I would think. For the 12, or maybe try to draw into the 10 ball that is in that little 3 yeah, that's 14 ball. He hit that pretty good.
Gus hits that, gets himself position on the 4 there.
You did hear me start and stop on it. Thank you, Miguel. That's a cosign. I will accept it. And now here, you like just stunning your ball with that little pinch draw that just slides over, or do you like?
I know that the safest shot is to do that, and since he's hitting this slower, he does the pinch draw, and that left that he hits is probably going to catch really well off that side rail for a good angle on that 11. He's even looking at the 14 right now.
Well, yeah, I think he's thinking he can hit the end rail
Oh, wow. He beats it and just kills the cue ball straight up table.
I, I, yeah, I guess I don't. I can't quite see this angle.
That's a good amount of heat he's putting on this
My
ball
my
here.
first thought was to hit it with inside and go 3 rail. No, he could get to the end rail.
Oh.
I don't know if he could get to the end rail and make the ball though. I don't know. We'll never know.
Okay, so confirming for 8, 10, 15. Perfect. Robert gonna bake this sucker away. Oh, wow. Yes, sir. Oh, got a little tight on that one ball. Gonna have to shoot over it a little bit, but he can just roll that 11 through. Curious to see if he decides to get hyper aggressive on this or decides to kind of just roll this. Yeah. So he rolls this up, looking to beat the 12. Ooh, you want to get behind it there.
Yeah, that was a little unfortunate, but I expect him to 2 rail this ball at his hole. I think double bank it.
This stripe here.
Yeah. 1,
2.
2.
Hold, hold, hold. Yeah,
Gin
buddy.
City.
Oh, that was a great shot there.
Great shot.
I gotta start clipping this type of stuff, man.
That's a good one.
Great call on that, and he gets himself good here. I would actually, I think at this point I would shoot the bank on the 3 back toward his pocket. Cue ball runs around 3 rails and gets back toward. It sits in front of Gus's pocket. This is more of a 3 cushion billiard shot that I was taught over at CK's by one of the players there, but no, he's shooting at the right side of that. Oh no, there it is.
And he was looking for a little
Okay.
ticky off the 2, I think,
Yeah.
once it came off.
So he ended up opting for the just the straight up distance shot, separating the cue ball from the object ball, sticking it to that top rail, and his 3 ball sitting in front of his pocket pretty good. So all right, Gus shoots at that stripe, misses it, but moves the cue ball down table here.
I didn't know that. Apparently, you can fix a stripped light bulb with a rubber band.
Strip screw. Yeah.
Oh, strip screw.
Yeah, you can put the rubber in, and then it helps to kind of
Yeah.
create
Grip,
grip.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Robert does have a 3 in front of his pocket, but there's not much he can do with it right now. I would almost argue he rolls the 6 to the top rail, but he doesn't want to double that up because Gus could just take the 2 and the 3 and move them both toward his pocket, I guess. Unless he wants to fire this and stun it. Oh, is it 6? Sorry about that. Thank you for the catch. Appreciate it, Danny. So Robert two-railing that 13 ball there.
I think it's a wheelchair rapper out there causing a little bit of problem.
Okay, so Gus, yeah, he's looking at this 3 ball. Opting to move the 3 ball away from the pocket here. Wants the cue ball to slide toward the middle of the table. After the hit. Rolls it away. Very nice. Robert looking at punching this bank on the 6 here. I don't know if he leaves the cue ball up table or if he stunts it here. So he plays the bank, looking for some cover. I think the 6 is available for Gus to move. Gus could swing for the 1 here. He is bridging over the 12, so it's a little bit more of a tester. Okay, yeah, he is looking to take on this 1 here.
I think he can. I think he's playing not to get under the 6, just to get to the end rail so he can bank the 6 after he makes it. I think his plan is to play shape to bank the 6.
Ooh, that is trouble.
That's big time unforced error, and that should be the end of this game.
Oh.
And he's just going to concede it
Gus
right
has
there.
conceded that 3rd rack there. All right. Congratulations to Robert here. Robert moving on to the hot seat. Gus will be waiting in the low side final. So Paul and Roman still playing. I think Roman's up 2-0 right now, but Paul's still fighting to stay in this match here. Again, congratulations to both of these players for a good tournament so far. And
still plenty of good pool to be seen out here. If you guys are in the area, come on out and see us.
yeah, come hang out here. We're all here. And thank you for joining us. We will be back later.
Right on.